Most organizations are investing in leadership development during the quieter seasons, the retreats, the offsites, the annual training calendar. But the leaders on your team are not under pressure during the quiet seasons. They are under pressure right now. And pressure without intentional development does not build leaders, it costs them. The Circle is a private leadership development community built for high-performing professionals who are serious about growing in the middle of the real thing. Every month, we go deep into the evidence-based leadership work that actually changes how leaders think, make decisions, and show up for their people, grounded in applied neuroscience, positive psychology, and over 2 decades of Fortune 100 advisory experience. If you are a leader who wants to build while the pressure is on, or an organization looking to invest in your people in a way that produces real results, the Circle has an organizational membership designed for exactly that. The link is in the show notes. Come build something with the power of community. Welcome to Her Next Power Move, the podcast that helps high-performing leaders navigate their career ascension with clarity and confidence. Every other week, I come to you personally, just you and me, and discuss the issues and trends in leadership that may be keeping you stuck and what you can do to make that power move forward. I'm your executive producer and host, L. Michelle Smith, and for those who don't know, I'm a best-selling leadership author and expert, Fortune 100 C-suite advisor, and ICF-certified executive and personal coach that inspires leadership at the apex of applied neuroscience and positive psychology and culture. This podcast originates from my Substack by the same name, Her Next Power Move. This is your opportunity to listen, but most importantly, think and strategize about how you will move your leadership aspirations and your life forward, especially in the current business and cultural context. Get your journals and pens ready. Every episode, we start with a topic and we end with a powerful question. Take your time and answer that question honestly and with as much detail and specificity as possible, because our goal each episode is a breakthrough. It's a powerful 10 minutes of your time, well spent. There's a question most leaders never stop long enough to ask themselves, and it's this: am I actually building something right now, or am I just getting through it? Those two things can look identical from the outside. Full calendar, constant output. Your team expectations are met, and yet inside of one, something is accumulating. Your capacity is expanding, and maybe your judgment is deepening. But the leader on the other side of the season is going to be measurably more capable than the one who entered it. Inside the other, something is being spent without being replenished, and the leader on the other side of that season will arrive depleted, wondering why all that effort did not produce more. The difference between those two leaders is not talent. It's not even effort. It's a decision that most people do not know they're making. Here's what the science tells us about why this happens. When the brain is operating under sustained stress, and for most leaders right now, that's happening. The stress is genuinely sustained. It activates a neurobiological response that is extraordinarily efficient at one thing, managing what is immediately in front of you. Cortisol, you know that C word, ladies, narrows your focus, among other things. Cognitive resources redirect towards survival. Your threat detection system, the amygdala, becomes razor sharp, and your capacity for expansive, integrative, forward-looking thinking quietly goes offline. Bruce McEwen at Rockefeller University spent decades studying what chronic stress actually does to the brain's architecture. His research showed that prolonged cortisol exposure physically changes the structure of the prefrontal cortex. That's the part of the brain responsible for long-term planning, ethical reasoning, and genuine creativity. You don't lose those capacities permanently, but you lose access to them precisely when pressure is highest and you need them most. What that means in plain language is this: the brain under pressure is built for management. It's not built for development. And if you do not deliberately create the conditions for growth, the pressure will consume all the available bandwidth and leave you with nothing to build with. So how do you build when the pressure is not letting up? This is where positive psychology offers something genuinely useful. Dr. Barbara Fredrickson's Broaden and Build theory demonstrates that positive emotional states, even brief and intentional created ones, expand cognitive capacity and generate what she calls lasting personal resources, resilience, creativity, psychological flexibility, social connection, and the research is clear that these resources accumulate over time. They build on each other, which means that the leader who is intentional about creating even small moments of reflection, genuine connection, and meaning during a hard season is literally rewiring their capacity to lead. Neuroplasticity research supports the same conclusion. The brain builds new architecture, not just under pure duress, but when challenge is paired with meaning, support, and the general internal experience of growth as possible. It's a leadership practice, and it's not accidental. And it's one that is to be chosen deliberately, because pressure will never create it for you. Here's the distinction that changes everything for the leaders I work with. Managing asked, what do you need to get through this? Building asked, who am I becoming through this? Those two questions activate entirely different parts of the brain, and they produce entirely different leaders on the other side of a hard season. The leader who emerges from difficult seasons with more than they brought into them are not the ones with the highest pain tolerance. They're not the ones who worked the hardest or sacrificed the most. They're the ones who refuse to let the pressure be the only thing happening to them. They stayed in the question of who they were becoming, even when everything around them was demanding they only focus on what they needed to get done. That is a practice. You can totally learn it, and it is available to you right now in the middle of whatever season you're in. So here's your micro practice for this week. Before the weekend closes, take 10 minutes and answer one question in writing. Here's the question. What is this season developing in me that I could not have developed any other way? And look, we're not looking for what you've accomplished this week and not what's still on your list. Those are different lists. The question again is, what is this season developing in me that I could not have developed any other way? Write it down and name it specifically. The act of naming activates the prefrontal cortex and begins the process of integrating experience into identity. That is precisely how intentional growth works. at the neurological level. And it is the difference between a season that is simply passing through you and one that permanently builds you. And here's your powerful thought for the day. The pressure you're under right now is not wasted if you decide it is building something. That decision is yours to make, and no circumstance can make it for you. And here's your powerful question. What has managing capacity been costing you that building capacity could restore? I'm Elle Michelle Smith, and this is her next power move. If this one hit somewhere real, pass it to a leader who needs it. The Flight Path newsletter goes deeper into this conversation. If you're ready to stop just managing and start building in the company of other leaders who are asking the same questions, the circle is open. The link is in the show notes. I'll see you next time.
Want me to speak, sign books, or host a workshop at your organization? Submit a request at lmichellesmith.com/speaking. Have you signed up for my Flight Path newsletter? It's weekly and it shows up in your inbox each Monday. It's your clear, guided journey to success. To subscribe, go to soaracademy.nsccoaching.co/subscribe. But the conversation doesn't end here. Let's chat about it. Join the chat at Her Next Power Move or add your comments below. Remember, paid subscribers get to hear it first, and you have access to me immediately. That means if you haven't subscribed, it's time for you to go to lmichellesmith.substack.com. You can follow and connect with me on LinkedIn, Threads, Blue Sky, Instagram, or Facebook. I'll see you online.